Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
I'm pretty sure you know all about the best NBA players of 2022, right? All the players who are in run for the MVP title this year. But what about the players nobody talks about? That's right. In today's video, we're going to talk about some of the most underrated players from the NBA season 2022-23. So let's get started. Number 7. LeBron James. Weighty is the head that wears the crown. Furthermore, on account of LeBron James, the weight doesn't seem to get lighter or be easing out at any point shortly. The Los Angeles Lakers' do-it-all hotshot has been in the eye of the public since he was a secondary school phenom and burst onto the NBA scene in 2003. Furthermore, James has developed his reasonable portion of allies and doubters under that magnifying instrument. Per a social media overview previously directed by Sports Insider, James is the most despised player in the NBA. For James, hate is the same old thing. He's accomplished shifting degrees of it during his time in the NBA, with the pessimism arriving at its top after his notorious choice to join the Miami Heat. Yet again, and apparently, James may be inclining towards the villain job, given Wednesday's news that he will change his jersey from number 23 back to number 6, which he wore with the Heat for the 2021-22 NBA season. Number 6. Kevin Durant. Brooklyn Nets star Kevin Durant has set the association ablaze with his heavenly exhibitions regardless of his group making a sluggish beginning. He assisted his group with winning 4 of their last 6 matches as they gradually returned to winning ways. Simultaneously, the previous MVP matched LeBron James' accomplishment and joined the previous sure dunk champion, Vince Carter, in reworking a record. Kevin Durant got his 50th 30-point game with the Nets while they beat the Portland Pioneers. He joined Vince Carter as the main player in Nets history with 50 30-point games. KD likewise joined LeBron as the main player in NBA Association history with 50 30-point games with 3 distinct establishments. These details will cause numerous from the NBA world to consider why Kevin has been underestimated throughout the long term. To be sure, individuals mock Kevin when he fails to deliver. Notwithstanding, it is safe to express that not many monitor his ideal exhibition and value him for the same reason. Number 5. Stephen Curry. Due to the pandemic, the following year's NBA end-of-the-season games were held in an unfilled field in Orlando, Florida. What's more, each of the 13 groups organized a walkout to fight the police shooting of Jacob Blake in Kenosha, Wisconsin. During this, one of the association's greatest stars, Stephen Curry, has been sidelined. His group, the brilliant state champions, didn't come to the end-of-the-season games for 5 years. Curry is a 3-time NBA champion and a double-cross most important player. His authority of the three-point shot fundamentally impacted how the game was played. Whenever I first pondered going over half-court and shooting from the logo, it felt normal, Curry said. Curry admits that he was underrated, even though he's considered one of the greatest players. Number 4. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on a vertical ascent for many seasons, adding various points to his game for many years. Furthermore, the Milwaukee Bucks have been a title competitor for a couple of seasons, with areas of strength for making at the end of the season games. With all that set up, any reasonable person would agree that Giannis is the best player in the NBA. Antetokounmpo's casing used to be his greatest benefit. Nonetheless, since his introduction to NBA season, he's been chipping away at numerous regions of his game, growing his on-court collection. Giannis came out on top for his most memorable MVP championship for overwhelming in the 2018-19 season and hasn't thought back from that point forward. Notwithstanding, regardless of being the most incredible in almost every region, there is still some uncertainty about him being currently the best player in the NBA. Number 3. Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic keeps on being noteworthy for the Denver Chunks. The large hotshot guy is one of the NBA's most prevailing players. Jokic has turned into a player capacity to make eye-opening plays out of the blue. Even though Jokic reliably creates at a significant level, various NBA characters of late have raised the way that he keeps on being undervalued by the public media. A previous MVP is rarely seen as underrated. Yet, that is the case with Jokic. Nuggets mentor Mike Malone said he accepts the professional focus has become one of the more disrespected, reigning MVPs in late memory. That statement stood out of NBA veteran Isaiah Thomas, who concurred with Malone that Jokic doesn't get the media consideration he merits. Stars like Stephen Curry of the Brilliant State Heroes and Kevin Durant of the Brooklyn Nets have been the MVP leaders starting from the beginning of the time. It's straightforward, as both have delivered at a significant level to push their groups close to the highest point of the standings in their meetings. Yet, there is a reality to the way that Denver Chunk's enormous man Nikola Jokic has kept on being underestimated. Number 2. Nikola Vucevic. With the Orlando Magic driving the Phoenix Suns by 3 with under a minute to go, Nikola Vucevic handled a pass on the right side. 20 feet from the edge, he turned his behind to Markieff Morris and backed up his protector into the paint. Then, at that point, the Vucevic Magic Orlando fans have become so used to seeing. Los Angeles Clippers mentor Doc Streams also got in on the Vucevic activity. Vucevic is a top pick and an amazing player. Streams made sense of. He's likely the best player in the association that no one knows. I don't think you hear anyone discussing him. Yet, when you take a gander at his raw numbers, they are hotshot and elite player worthy. However, no one knows it. Also, Doc's right. Nobody's discussing Vucevic. However, we need to be because he's beginning to set up numbers. Not many folks around the association are equipped for posting. He had gone for 25 and 12 in a game multiple times during his vocation coming into this season. He's, as of now, done it multiple times this year alone. His post game is more evolved. He can hit hooks with one or the other hand. His footwork is smooth as vinyl. He goes up and under. What might be most amazing about Vucevic's superior game is his play outside the paint. And finally, at number 1, we got Richaun Holmes. The Sacramento Kings tracked down a gem waiting to be discovered throughout mid-year 2019. Then senior supervisor Vlade Divac marked 4-year ace Richaun Holmes to a 2-year bargain worth $10 million. Holmes spent the initial 3 times of his profession with the Philadelphia 76ers before being exchanged to the Phoenix Suns, preceding the 2018-19 mission. Holmes arrived at the midpoint of 7.7 places and 4.4 bounce back over his initial 4 years in the association. Considering their level of technique and stats, Holmes also comes in the list of most underrated NBA players for the upcoming year. Alright everyone, that's going to do it for the video today. Make sure to comment below who you think the most underrated player in the NBA is. Also make sure to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell for more content like this. Thank you for watching the video, and peace.